Hello, Commanders, and welcome back to the 140 Hit the Road here in Fortnite Save the World. In today's video, I would like to show you how to solo your Week 6 challenge in escorting Crackshot to the radio station in Part 2. Then, upon completing this, we will receive a copy of the Copper Deciblaster schematic. Also be mindful of your Hit the Road Daily and your 25 cassette tapes. When it comes to my hero loadout, I will stay the course with Archaeologist this season as my commander. My team perk is Blast from the Past. In support team, I like Saurian Focus and Fight with Berserker, Going Coconuts, and Survivalist. My gadgets will be the Slowfield and the Hover Turret. When it comes to defenders, I will go with 3 Riflemen, and I will equip each with the Gamatron 9000. And this is my recommended set of perks for the schematic if you are giving it to a defender only. When it comes to my ranged and melee schematics, I will find those throughout. For the traps, same 4 as always. Electric field, wall darts, wooden floor spikes, and the tar pit. And then, of course, maybe a healing pad if necessary. But other than that, let's go ahead and take a look at our modifiers for the week. We have Uncharted Enemies, Exploding Death Bomb, Concussive Shield Break. And remember, in this limited time mode, if you are in a team environment, you can item share. But let's select and get ready to rock and roll. Hope you enjoy. Should be a wonderful run as always. We will be going for 100% of the vehicle health, but do note that you no longer get the banner for having 100% vehicle in the 140 zone. I do have that question sometimes. All right, so something to think about. But overall, when it comes to Hit the Road, it's pretty cut and dry, okay? You are going to defend the vehicle by protecting the truck as we journey through the desert to play that song in the summer. My weapons will be scattered throughout the desert as we are protecting the truck, and then we will encounter the unknown. There are 8 different missions that you can take on. You will most assuredly face 3 of those, and they are random. You also have the strange lands to take on as well. Remember, when it comes to the vehicle, don't stand on the vehicle, don't be near the vehicle. The reasoning is the enemies always attack you first before they ever do that vehicle, and especially if you're going for 100%, you don't want to be anywhere near it. All right. We will also be hugging that storm shield bubble along the way, so we can attack the enemies before they get to us. But I'm going to begin now and show you a little bit of a route to get some, material in your pocket. Make sure you search everything before you strike, to include open containers like this right here. All right. Very, very important there.
Don't worry, I've got your back. Follow me and I'll take you where you need to go. Oh, and that storm is picking up ahead. So unless you need supplies, stay inside the storm shield.
All right. So here we go again, friends. And as mentioned, search, then strike.
Hey, we could use some variety. Keep a lookout for cassettes. There will be rewards.
Nuts and bolts, cassette tapes could be there in your ammo crates as well, so be mindful. Even though you might not need your ammo per se, but you might. Okay, but what you want to do is you want to get here, somewhere between 5 and 10 seconds remaining. There are 3 chests here. I'll show you the point where you find the 3rd one and when you can go for it, or when you can't, all right? Because you have to get in front of that vehicle because it's moving right now once you hear that horn going.
It's summer and everyone's had enough.
All right, the chests will vary in rarity or level. Now, if you can get to the end where that bubble's right there at the edge, you have time to get the treasure chest here. If it's already past that fence line, though, you got to move and shake. See, because the enemies are out. So just note that.
Enemies down.
Okay, and then we're going to get back up here and try to stay at the front of the bubble. And you're looking ahead. We're going to build a tower here initially. So this will be signal boost, as they refer to it as. Take a look at our kit for a moment, see what we got. A little chain lightning. I like shotgun plays, so we'll go with some shotties. All right, remember the vacuum tube bow is one of the absolute best headshot weapons in Save the World. You want to hit your headshots always with that weapon. You'd want to roll it when it comes to your perks with headshot damage on it as well. Something that often gets overlooked, how valuable that headshot damage is on that schematic. Note how I'm riding the edge of the bubble here, like I mentioned to you. That is important to do. Now, what I like to do personally is I'll have one of my defenders back here. So we have coverage on that backside. I like to get a fourth teammate in the bore if we can grab it. That is very, very good to have. Okay, I like to cover this here. Now, you could potentially have the satellite dish there at the end. I'll show you what I mean. But anyway, we're going to go ahead now. Let the teammates get out away from the build. Okay. This guy will defend here. This one will defend here. And then we are good. Okay. That way we have some coverage around. Another thing I do like to do is I will run, typically when I build this one, before I even think about the tower. I'll seal up here because every now and then you could get a little bit of a tap there on your build. So I'd be very careful. Okay. All right, so let's leave our teammates here now. Let's go to work. We got some building to do. Typically with this, I'm going to go ahead and build wood, but to each is their own, depending on the material that you have. Now, if this guy here is there, I'm going to actually move him over here. I want him defending here. Just in case you get that spawn up here. All right, we got to build metal. That's all we got. Okay, now you are looking down there at the objective on your map, making sure you're not getting any hits on the objective. You'll see it. You'll hear like clinks and clanks on the, the structures if they are getting to it. You absolutely want to be mindful of the smasher. And what I like seeing is that defender is actually distracting him right now, which is a really good thing. Now, remember with your towers, you don't have to be perfect with it. You just got to be successful, right? Let me just see what got going here. I'm going to make sure he's following because we're getting ready to move now. Now, look at your exclamation point, which I am looking for. Now, as I mentioned to you, it could be down in this area here. So now what I'll do is I'll open this up, and I would still stand by protecting here because you need a blaster that comes through the backside of it, right? There's a treasure chest back here. I would take a look at least at this area just for some goodies back here if you want them, all right? It's just a nice little, opportunity for some nuts and bolts for that treasure chest. All right, now, exclamation point, as I was saying, though, will be over here. You're looking for the satellite dish. You grab the dish. Okay, let me just real quick to be safe here, because somehow it got open. Probably the smasher probably opened that, but I want to take a little tap. Make sure you have a little build around there. If you're going for 100%, that is. You don't have to build anything, honestly, if you just want to get the dub. Or the successful completion, I guess we should say. Okay, make sure you have the defend visible when it comes to the defenders now.
So, you might want to know, you inspired
defend, right?
I did?
Where's the other one at? I apologize. Follow. All right, let's go work.
No. Ford, no more details.
Now, you could have the strange lands up here in a bit, so I'd want you to be mindful of it. Meaning you need your turrets, you need your Teddy ready if you're going to be, you know, doing your thing. And I'll show you what I mean when we get around here. So I'm going to still not utilize... Alright, so around this edge here, I'm looking to see if that's Strangelands. And it's not, okay? That's going to be Record Dash up there. Now, there is a treasure chest back in that area here if you want it. We're not going to go for it. I don't think we need it. I think we have plenty of loot right now, so I feel comfortable. Obviously, if you can get a vacuum tube bow when you're doing Hit the Road, that's nice with the chain lightning, right? There's nothing at all wrong with that. Again, stay up here, hug the bubble. Be mindful if you have a spawn here, they don't try to run around the back sides, which they will do sometimes as well. All right, when it comes to this area, I've said it all season, I'll continue to. I would not search anything at all except for out here. Even right here, you could find your record. All right, but wait until you find your record before you, especially if you're in a team environment, before you go blowing things up in here, before you start searching here. All right, Teddy's going to go out there. Because there will be a spawn. The open area is what we're looking for as soon as it goes. All right, you'll search the bookcases, or the magazine racks, I apologize. And there is our item. You're going to get a chance to choose, you know, whatever it is you want to choose. Good seeing on. All right. And then if you like bow play, you can always go ahead and equip that in your kit, right? Just depending on whatever you want to run. Okay. Now, I'm going to go ahead and farm a little bit more here. Make sure the defenders are following you. I would also make sure in advance, depending on what you're using or not using, I'd start recycling when you have some downtime.
I'm real happy for you. You won't be. Take it out.
Okay. We took a little extra time there, so I'm going to go ahead. The reason is I want to get there. I want to have some, you know, wooden floor spot. I want to have some traps available for when we get there to build at the end. For, you know, charge fragments for your Teddy. And or shock tower if you're running it. I do recommend a farming hero when it comes to hit the robot, believe it or not. Llama. If you're in a team environment, I always recommend a pyramid over that. Reason is you can farm it, open the corner, and then all your loot's compact, you know, easy to get. Much easier to get, honestly, than it typically would be. Now, we have a chance where we're probably going to be facing the Strangelands soon. Right here. Okay, so you want your turrets available, you want that Teddy available, so we're going to try to stand clear of using those. Because we are going to need to pop those right away early to protect yourself and get that 100%. Okay, I'm going to start building into the storm here a bit. All the way around, just follow the line take the stair down here. Very important you take that stair down. Okay. Then I just feed this straight back this way.
Hey, this area is not in my travel guide. Did you take a wrong turn somewhere?
If you go ahead of it a little bit, you can get the spawn to occur there early like we did. Okay, now, you want to come back over here now. Sometimes you can get a spawn here. And if you protect it like I am here, it just makes that easier. But I'm going to make sure we eat the coconut. And you want to be out here waiting for the spawn. You want to try to aggro the spawn if you can. Okay. Blowpill goes out. Turret goes out. I also like to come up over here and throw a turret over here to protect ourselves. Because they try to get cute and they try to get after you. Okay. Just kind of hang out and wait for it. I'm going to go up behind here, make sure these little guys can't hurt us. Eat a coconut. Okay, I'm going to go with a different layer here of protection. And please be mindful because they can cause damage to the objective if you're not careful here. All right, once we are through, then we'll go take a look at the boss if it's still up. All right, in the meantime, don't stand around. Okay, so we are clear in Strangelands. Okay, now if I have an explosive weapon like that, I'm going to switch my kit. Make sure that's in. There is a treasure chest up here. Searchables throughout. If you like them or want them. I will tell you, I'm honestly not much of a... I prefer my shotgun, just to be honest with you. So just because you have a Xenon bow or vacuum tube bow does not necessarily mean you should use that if it's not your play style. Remember, what's best or worst is what your play style is, right? Which putting something in your hand you feel most comfortable using. Please pay attention to that and be mindful of it.
All right, another cassette.
All right, let's get ahead of it. Again, if I have additional schematics here that I don't want.
Preparations are nearly complete for my surprise release. Now I just need to
Again, I'm just trying to get some schematics going. Anything that I can craft ahead of time, we are. Okay. Now we're waiting for the teddy to come. I'm going to go ahead and get the teddy out. In 17 seconds, we got a turret. Again, we're going to hug the area here. I actually like a turret through here, potentially, if you start seeing things leak. I also like to take this area down, if you can. There are some searchables here. We can get some really good opportunity for your cassette tapes, things like that. But I like to get this out and moving so they can't get around the build and hurt you. Okay. Right here, I'm going to go ahead with the turret. Now, this is blue glow here. If you do this right, you do not need to do a build. Okay. It just really comes down if you know what you're doing here. There will usually be a blue glow right here, and then you head to the northwest. And if you can, a turret out here is never a bad idea. Okay. But what I like to do is I'll get these guys all here. Right? We'll get the blue glow here. We'll jump up here. Make sure again that your guys are defending right now. Very important. Don't have them following you. Okay, up you go. Up and at them. You need 4 pieces. Keep your head on a swivel. Right. And we are out. Okay. Now from this point, we're going to go make sure that these all have defend next to them. Okay, all 3. Defend, defend. And she is good too. All right, and they're all moving with me. All right, let's get up to the front of the bubble. And we're going to move and shake a bit here. Yeah, well, I need them to teleport. If you can't get them to teleport up all the way on you, a good thing to do is go through the storm like I did right there. All right, I'm going to throw this down because I have a defender down. I'm going to pick her up for a minute. They like to try to sneak around here. That's why I put that wall. As you just saw, they will try to get cute. So just make sure you are protecting yourself so that they cannot. The boar should be helpful here. Make sure you keep alive here. I like a turret right here. And then usually out here on this spawn, I'm going to go to be safe. I'll get that teddy out. Again, I tend to hug the environment. Okay, and then after this last spawn here, you should be good. But make sure, is my recommendation to you. Make sure you do not see another spawn. Well, like we just saw there, you've got to be careful. All right, so now you're good. Okay, you'll build here, here. 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 3. Okay. And then this is open. 1, 2 into the 3. Okay. Up here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into the 6. If you have more, you can go with it. I don't, as you can see here. Okay, I'm going to go over this side now. I just tried my very best to get some stuff going here. Whatever you've got. All right, I like to have my seal here. Just like this. This is all good here. Gives me some time. Make sure you get a build around your objective. You don't want to miss that. Ceiling piece. Ceilings. Please make sure that you understand that you could have enemies behind you here. So to protect yourself with it. Okay, now I come back down here at the end. Okay, I usually have this guy here. Out over here, I will go down and put my slow field here. I fill this all in so that they have to try to fight me here. This guy will stay here. And then she will go here. Yep. All right, now from this point, we got to make sure that we do not have any issues here with any enemies coming up and throwing at the backside at you. So I take it all the way out here. And we're just going to seal this all the way down to this point. Okay, just like that. There is loot up here that you can farm if you need additional resource. Okay, we have death bombs here. Remember that? Right, we want to make sure we are golden here. Remember, search before you strike.
Hey, all right, more music. They got me.
I'll go here again. Okay, just keep protecting yourself. I see the lobbers are out now. Now, if you need more loot for some reason, if you're light like I am here, I'll come up and farm a bit because you don't want to get to the end and not have your loot. Back up we go. This gives you time if you're smart with it. Okay, and they are just basically sitting here and they are waiting. Actually, I'd like to protect back here too, believe it or not. Sometimes you can get a random flinger back there. So you gotta be careful. And you'll want to watch through the building too. Let me just throw some more space down here and I'll show you what I mean. Okay, now here. All right, I see a lobber trying to cause us damage. Make sure you're careful with the death bombs. You're gonna have the boss come out now too. Be ready for that. Again, if you need loot, there is loot out here to grab. Okay. Now the boss could be, you got to watch for damage pulse here. He can actually give you a tough time here. Again, though, you can kind of pause him and stun him if you want. All right, you can just build out here. He's a smoke screen, so you'd want melee here potentially if you can get it. But my main goal right now would be to just keep him down, basically. All right? I just want to try to keep him down and underneath. Make sure no lobbers or flingers are around, which they are not.
Thanks for the save.
Okay, turret goes out.
Oh,
All right.
Behold,
And then that would be your 100% vehicle health in your 140 hit the road. And again, this is your week 6 challenge in escorting Crackshot to the radio station in your part 2. Okay. Now, also, if you don't have all of your cassette tapes, just take a quick look around at the end. See if you can get a few going. They give you a little time